Well, hello. Oh, we're over here. We're over here.
here.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today on this very special installment of YokeTalk?
Very special.
Very, very special. Buzz, I have but one question for you.
What's your question?
Could I offer you a cupcake?
Why?
No reason. I mean,
I don't want a cupcake. I had four cupcakes
I just
yesterday.
thought,
Guys, I had
maybe
four.
I'd offer you a cupcake.
We had 5 cupcakes come in at the beginning of yesterday because we had many people who were donating $100 per week. And we'll tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing and why we're doing that. For those of you that maybe are just coming in for the first time, or maybe you just recently came in, you're a long-time watcher, who knows? But people have been donating for Waymaker Week. I will scoop. I will scoop. Okay, and
taking the mic.
Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. We love you. But anyways, we had a cupcake, and I had 4 of them yesterday, of the first 5, and it was awful. Well, okay, it wasn't. The first one was awful. It was, guys, I hate olives. And I had we are so cute, Andrew. Look at us matching.
This is great.
We didn't mean to.
We didn't. But this is also really cool because this is the first time we've done the podcast where we're both like sitting next to each other. So
yeah.
we get this. You know,
we can build off of each other.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot. We don't have to deal with that slight little bit of delay from Discord. It's just a lot easier. We can react a little better. It's great. It's great.
So this is going to be very special though, because we're actually going to be interacting with the chat as well with you guys. This is the first time we're going to do this, and we'll do it whenever we have special events like this. The only reason why we're doing this though is specifically because even though it's a podcast, we want to be able to interact with you guys every once in a while, and we're going to be doing that today. We know some people like to put in their input, and so we might even interact with you guys if you guys would like to interact with us.
So if you guys do a cupcake, we will do it on YokeTalk.
We will do the cupcake on YokeTalk.
We won't do anything else, but we'll do a cupcake on YokeTalk. Anything else, we'll have to wait. But we'll do a cupcake.
We'll figure it out. But anyways, we're gonna preview some of the topics today.
What do we got?
Seraph, what do we got going on for the beginning of our YokeTalk today?
Let's see. We've got Facebook gets into the cloud gaming race, and it's not what you would expect. At least it wasn't what I expected.
I have not heard about this yet.
Yes. So we're gonna talk about that. Sony is gonna optimize the PS5 fan performance with software updates using individual game data. Now, I haven't looked at this article yet.
I did not even read about this until just now.
But I feel like they're trying way too hard with this.
maybe, but we'll see.
There's only so much you can do to optimize a fan.
Truth. But it's a big fan.
You spin it faster.
Yeah.
Or you spin it slower.
But
very simple.
But the noise. And should it be that big of a factor? We'll talk about it.
We got GameStop.
GameStop, guys.
Reportedly, is going to get a cut of Xbox games. Have you heard of this?
The old electronics boutique. Yes, and I did hear about this.
Yes,
I read about it a few days ago.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What else do we got there?
We got Nintendo dropping the price of replacement single Joy-Cons. So if you guys know what the prices are, they're actually dropping the price of a Joy-Con. It's amazing. Nintendo doesn't drop prices, but they're doing that. We got Doom was running on a refrigerator. I read about this
so great
last week. And then finally, guys, and this is new.
This is the most important one.
This is the most important one. Everybody loves Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Mm-hmm. Baby Yoda is coming to Star Wars Squadrons.
That's right.
So, and then, guys, we have a live topic today. We're going to be talking a lot about sacrifice, as we've been talking about sacrifice for Waymaker Week and things like that. So I'm very excited about that as well. So we got Baby Yoda, and then we got a live topic coming after that.
That's
I'm
right.
excited.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
So Facebook gets into the cloud gaming race. Do you know how to you just click it?
I'm just trying.
There you go. You got it. You got it, my yoke fella. You got it. All right. Are we zoomed in?
We are zoomed in like crazy. Okay, wow.
Gracious, man. All right. So, Facebook throwing its hat into the ring of cloud gaming. Now, like I said,
why?
This is not what you would expect.
Okay.
So Buzz, I want you to just don't look at the article.
Okay.
Stop looking at the article. I want you to explain to me how you expect this to look. Like, do you expect it to just be like all the other cloud streaming services, game services, where there's just lots of games and you stream them. Well, what are you expecting from this?
I don't know if I expect them to sell stuff or not. I feel like it would be more of almost like who does it now? Steam, not Steam. Dang it, can't think of it. Is it Discord that sells games sometimes?
They started to, and
they
then I think they stopped.
Did they stop? That's what I was thinking of when I read this. When I read this title, though, that's what I was thinking of. Because honestly, they were doing it at one point, and then it just I don't know what happened to it. It was big, and then like they were like, oh, people actually don't buy our games from Discord because that's not what it's used for. That's what I think. And Facebook, let's be honest, they haven't really been doing much to invent new things, and I think they're trying a little too hard.
So. I don't think they're trying too hard, and the reason being is that from what I've read and seen so far, I have not thoroughly read the article, but I skimmed it, and from what I've seen, it is only mobile games that you can stream. So you can stream the game either to your computer or to your phone without downloading the app. Very convenient. Very convenient, guys. You can stream your mobile game to your phone without having to download the app, or you can stream it to your computer and you can play your mobile game there. Now, I'm not trying.
So you're telling me?
Wait. I'm not trying to rag on people who enjoy mobile games. If you enjoy mobile games, you enjoy that. That's great. I just think nobody was asking for this, and that it doesn't really do much.
So you're telling me that I'm about to become a full-time Candy Crush streamer?
That's right. At twitch.tv/BallsGS.
Amen, guys. Full-time Candy Crush streamer. And not really. I haven't played Candy Crush for about, 5 years. It's been a while. Yeah, Vic Sigma is hyped.
So
Candy Crush, let's go. Unsub, unfollow, dude, unfriend.
So the other interesting thing about this is that I believe you can do it just right on Facebook, and even from the main Facebook app. Like you can just do it right from there. So they're not trying to segment it or anything. It's just very integrated.
Okay.
Which is interesting. They basically want you to be able to see a game that's being advertised or whatever, and then just immediately be able to play it.
Okay. That's it's interesting. I don't know if this is gonna catch on. Now, let me point this out. You guys know that there's 2.8 billion gamers in the world, I think it is, or something like that. It's gone up like a billion since I started. In 5 years, it's gone up like a billion, which is crazy. These are not people that play Candy Crush. These are people that are hardcore gamers. Is this gonna be something that you think will catch on? Because when I think of people playing cell phone games, I think of my wife playing Angry Birds 2.
Yes.
She's not gonna stream that. She'd probably be really good at streaming that, I'm not gonna lie, but she's not going to do something like that. Do you think that this is gonna be something that will catch on?
No.
Okay.
No, but it does get me thinking, and I have a very interesting idea that I would be really, really interested to see happen, is what if Twitch got into game streaming, where they offered a game streaming service much more like the other ones, like Stadia or GeForce Now or xCloud, where it's actual AAA games that you can stream. And Twitch offers this game streaming service where you can tune into a stream, see them playing a game, and then be like, I want to play this game. And then you immediately start streaming that game right from Twitch.
That's interesting.
I think it'd be really cool.
So it's a decent idea for reasons.
For reasons.
But not Facebook doing it.
Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
I'll be honest here. Facebook, it was big. And it still is big. But they haven't done anything in a long time to further themselves. And this is not going to work.
It's something. Yeah. And
I go on Facebook once every 8 months,
guys. And you do have to pay. You do have to pay as well.
You have to pay?
It's like $5.99, I think.
So wait, now now you're telling me you have to pay to stream a game from your phone.
Yes.
This is an awful idea.
Yes. This is just
they're trying too hard.
The webpage just almost died on me. But yes, I believe I saw a subscription somewhere. I can't find it right now, but I believe. Don't quote me on that. but I believe that is
Crazy.
the case. Also, last point, not on iPhone because Apple hates gaming. We've talked extensively about this.
We're not talking about Apple and Epic today, guys.
I thought about it. There was like a slight update, but it's
Was there?
it's like nothing. It's like Epic is like mad again, and they're just trying to
Listen. Epic, I will state this one more time. You're trying to do the right thing the wrong way. Epic, if you are watching this right now, just stop. Talk to people. Act like adults. Sit down with Apple and say, hey, we did break your contract. Let's work this out. We did something wrong. We don't want to pay that much money. Please help us out here. That's all I had to do. That's all I got to say.
Yes.
All right, moving on to Sony. We got fan performance, guys.
Fan performance.
So if you guys didn't know, PlayStation 5, one of the biggest things and one of the biggest whole entire thing about the PlayStation 5 and why the console is so large is because of the fans. So all the people, they've been talking about, well, PlayStation 5 is so big and it doesn't even have as much as the Xbox Series X or the performance that the Xbox Series X is going to have. What could it possibly be? It's a fan. It's a very large fan. And honestly, I'm okay with this because, let's be honest, we haven't had a console generation yet where we haven't seen problems with overheating. This is always a problem. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One didn't have many of those problems. Xbox One put a fan in a weird place. I'll be honest with that. But the thing is we didn't see too much of it, but it was still a problem there. Obviously, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, major fan problems. I don't know what the Xbox Series X is doing. This is a large fan. I'm okay with it just because it seems like it's gonna help with the heat of what it's gonna produce. But they're doing something else with the fan. What are they doing with it?
So there's not a whole lot to talk about here. Basically, article says that it said we plan to optimize the fan control based on this data that they're collecting from multiple temperature sensors, multiple temperature sensors. That's kind of a tongue twister. That are placed on the console, on the parts. So that they can keep track of temperatures in a specific game. So basically, they're going to see how the game is making the console heat up and like when it's heating up in what different parts of the game. And then from that, they will be able to control the fan more appropriately.
So essentially, you're playing Stardew Valley, you won't hear your PlayStation 5. You play the new God of War, it's going to sound like an airplane taking off. No?
I mean, probably.
Probably. And here's the thing. Here's my thing. Okay, when I'm a big. I used to play console games all the time. I didn't always play with headphones though. Back when I was a kid, I would and so I understand people have issues with the fan and how loud it is. I get that. I really do. But I don't deal with that too much anymore. My Switch, when I play it just handheld, it's bad. It vibrates now.
Really?
For like about 5 minutes, and then the fan just shuts off. So I don't know what's going on with my Switch.
That's kind of a problem.
I'll be complete. Well, the fan doesn't shut off, but it doesn't sound like an airplane anymore.
I see.
After about 5 minutes. Huh. This though,
it's
the noise of the fan. I truly believe that gamers are putting a little bit too much effort into being upset about this. It's not the biggest issue in the world. Turn up the volume on your game.
I think this is just one of those little things that companies try to do where it's like, oh, we're trying to do this really specific thing. And I'm sure that they are. Like, I have no doubt that they're actually doing this. But I feel like it's not as complicated as they may make it seem.
I don't know.
And I can see some benefit from it. I'm not trying to say that it's like completely not worth doing. I can see situations where like you might be playing a game and then because they're keeping track of this stuff and what parts of the game heat up the system more, they would be able to know that if you're about to go into another area in the game that is going to stress the console more, they can start ramping up the fan before you even get into that area,
Right.
and they can kind of do that preemptively, and then it is just a better experience.
And I love what Frosty said. It's a new definition for turning on airplane mode. Think
No.
about
No, it's not.
it. No, the loudness of the fan. Turning on airplane mode. Let's put in a game that's gonna make that fan work harder. Anyways,
Please tell me you actually know what airplane mode does.
I know what. That's why I said it. That's why I said a new definition for
All right.
it. Oh
Okay.
my
I'm
goodness.
sorry. I just had to be sure. You scared me a little bit.
Yeesh. Do I know what airplane mode is?
What is it?
It's when you put your phone, you put on airplane mode. And
What does it do?
You can't do certain functions on your phone, like Wi-Fi wouldn't work and things like that.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Just I had to be sure.
That's why I said a new definition.
Anyway, moving on.
Electronics Boutique. No, it's not EB Games anymore. GameStop will reportedly get a cut of Xbox games. This is interesting, guys, because let's be honest, GameStop has been going downhill for a long time. Even if you're not buying them, from GameStop, how? So if you guys didn't know, Xbox and GameStop recently made a partnership where they're essentially just combining certain things, not everything, but they're combining certain things. Xbox I think they're saving GameStop here, to be complete. They're trying to save the GameStop store. I think that's the whole point of this. Xbox is a conglomerate organization, huge, and they're trying to save something that was a dying company because of digital gaming and other resources or other things like that. So now GameStop is going to get a cut of all Xbox games that are sold, even if you don't buy them from GameStop. That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
really interesting. I definitely think that they are trying to save GameStop.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to a discussion about this on another podcast, and they brought up some really good points. How GameStop is like it's like a billboard for gaming and like for Xbox. Like, there's GameStops in malls and, at the front of, different strips of places where there's, what do you call it? Like
a strip mall?
No, not, or I don't know, but like, it's like, like,
Everybody's saying strip mall, but
okay. I'm just thinking like, down the street, there's like a place and there's a bunch of stores lined up. Like, it's like
it would be a strip mall.
What's the name?
A plaza?
Plaza. That's it. My face keeps getting in this logo. I'm trying to stay out of it. That's fine. Yes, a plaza. So like, you go into a plaza, there's a GameStop there. It's like a billboard, and they've always got stuff in the windows. So it is in Xbox's best interest to keep GameStop alive. Yeah. Because they're a billboard for gaming and for Xbox.
Right.
And so that, I think, is a big reason why they want to keep GameStop alive, because without GameStop, Xbox doesn't really have like a physical presence anywhere.
Yeah.
I'd probably the next best thing would be something like Best Buy, but Best Buy doesn't like push gaming like super hard.
Yep.
So GameStop,
they do somewhat, but not. Yeah, they're more of a tech store.
Yeah, so GameStop is like their main physical presence. So if GameStop dies,
GameStop is the only game store now.
Were there others?
Now that I think,
were there ever any other? I mean, I don't know. You're older than me.
We had FYE at one point, but that wasn't just games. That was like.
Isn't that still a thing though?
FYE? Is FYE dead?
I literally saw one like 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure.
Wow. I mean, we had a Toys R Us, but that wasn't just games. You got board games.
Yeah, there was like movies and stuff in there too.
So yeah, maybe. Wow, GameStop is really.
It's like the only
if
thing.
Dies, that's a big deal.
Exactly.
I didn't realize.
Yes.
How big game. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of GameStop, but if
right.
it dies, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
It's a big deal, and Xbox recognizes that, which is why they want to keep them alive.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the other thing to understand here is obviously if you buy something from the PlayStation Store, right? It's not going to go to GameStop. That's the PlayStation.
There
Store.
are
That's separate.
Well, so are you trying to say like if you buy something from the Xbox game store?
No, like there's parameters that like there's certain places you can buy from where it won't go to GameStop. I don't believe. So if you bought something from the PlayStation Store, even if it's a third-party game, I don't think that would go.
So you mean Xbox?
No, PlayStation. So if you bought, because anything that you buy, any games that are not from GameStop right now, they will get a cut of.
Right.
But there's certain places I would expect they won't get a cut of.
That Xbox won't get a cut?
GameStop wouldn't get a cut.
From the Xbox sale?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as I know, it applies to mostly everything gaming related with Xbox, no matter where you buy it from. So like they basically just get a cut of Xbox's gaming sale.
Okay, that makes sense. And Carmen, it's not that they'll get a full cut of it. They're gonna
we don't know what the number is.
The cut is. The other thing to understand here is it's not just games, it's DLC, add-ons, and things like that. So if you buy anything really, GameStop's gonna get a cut, which once again, this might save GameStop. And the other thing that's big for GameStop is Reggie works there.
Well, he's like on the board or something.
Reggie's on the board. But it doesn't matter where Reggie is. Reggie is fire. If you guys know who Reggie is.
Reggie is fire.
Reggie is the old America CEO of Nintendo.
Let's go, Reggie.
Reggie's amazing. I love
great.
Reggie. And everybody calls him their dad for some odd reasons. But Reggie is amazing. So GameStop saved.
Maybe. Let's see.
Reggie's on the board.
Xbox only, not PlayStation for now. There are some rumors that PlayStation will respond and basically do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't know exactly like what is in this whole deal, whether GameStop is going to like push Xbox a lot harder than PlayStation. If that's the case, then PlayStation would definitely want to make some sort of similar deal so that they can be pushed as well. And then it would basically just be a win-win for GameStop because they would just do everything exactly the same. But then all of a sudden they're making way more money because they're getting a cut from all those sales. So it's already good. But like if PlayStation also jumps on the board, which I think they probably will.
That would be big.
That
would actually be huge.
It would actually save GameStop.
So, and as you guys know, GameStop has been really on the downfall for a long time. And this whole COVID-19, I honestly thought GameStop
I thought it was done for.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's still here.
With some of the decisions they made at the beginning of COVID-19, I don't know if you guys know, GameStop tried to say that they were an essential organization. Because people had to work from home and they sold keyboards. It's literally what they're... Anyways. So guys, speaking of Reggie, we have Nintendo stuff for you. Nintendo is dropping prices on something. This is big. Nintendo doesn't do this, but what are they dropping their prices for?
So I'm going to be honest. I didn't realize the single Joy-Con was $50.
Yeah? So if you guys didn't know, Joy-Cons, what is the double Joy-Con? The two
They're
Joy-Con?
80.
It's 80, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I expected the one to be 40, but
it wasn't.
It wasn't. It is now
$50. But now they are dropping the price by $10. Nintendo doesn't drop prices ever. I remember going to the store when the 3DS was out. And I tried to buy a game on the DS, and it was still $35. And I was like, when is this actually not going to be retail price? At some point, Mario Kart on the DS is not going to be retail price. It never happened. It just stopped being in stores. So this is big to me.
Yeah, it's it's interesting because it's like, oh, this is such a great thing, they're dropping the price, but at the same time you look at it and you go, why wasn't it that price to begin with? Like,
I mean, money. If you got to think about it. Nintendo's a great company. They've been around for over 100 years. They continue to redefine gaming with their new systems. But let's be honest, they're a bit of a money hog, right? I mean, how many times are they going to come out with Ocarina of Time? Because I'll keep paying for it. I'm that sucker. I will keep paying for Ocarina of Time 800 times over. But here we are. So it's for one Joy-Con. So this is smart. I think people, every once in a while, you're playing Mario Party. You have somebody like Maddie last night who tossed the controller on the ground. Maddie Ice, love you, my dude. Sitting, probably playing like Call of Duty right now. But threw his controller on the ground by accident. It was by accident. But something like a kid does that or something like that, and it breaks Now you can grab one controller
Well,
for $40 instead of 50.
Yes.
I think it's a big deal. I have the gray Joy-Cons. I would like to pick up some different colors at some point. Joy-Cons are a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
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 They're a lot.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you look at this and you're like, oh, that's great. But then you also look at it and it's like, one, why was it not already $40?
Right.
And two, why are they so expensive?
Yeah, I don't know why
like,
they're so
they
expensive.
do have a good amount of tech in them that isn't always utilized for most games. So like there's that. Like I don't know. I can understand the single one being 50 even because like that's like more stock they have to keep of just single Joy-Cons.
Right.
But they have to do it because if somebody's left Joy-Con breaks, they need to be able to buy a new one and not buy a whole new set.
Right.
So like I get it.
I honestly think that they should make the retail price of 2 Joy-Cons $10 down now. If they do something like this, I feel like that's what they should do. They're not going to. There's still sales. There's, Amazon had a sale.
Yeah.
Unrelated to
Unrelated.
this. Completely unrelated. Had a sale with it being $10 off. But that should be the new retail price, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially with how old the Switch is and with the new rumors that we talked about of a new Switch coming out.
I really hope we get one.
Listen,
I want to see it.
If they come out with a Switch and it can play in 1080p in my hands,
I really want to see it. I don't even want to see like a greater like graphic fidelity necessarily. Like I know we're gonna get that, or like a resolution bump at least. But like I just want to see like a bigger screen on the Switch because they have room in this form factor to kind of like expand on it. They can make the screen bigger. Right. I just want to see like everything else that is going to come with it, other than the resolution bump. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, there's definitely some improvements that could be made, but let's be honest, the Switch, it's an amazing system one way or another. It's got a lot of tech in it. I love my Switch.
Yeah. It's a little off topic. It is already falling behind even more now with the new consoles coming out.
Right.
So I think now is the time for them to do a Switch Pro if they're going to do one. It's so hard to say if they are going to. I feel like they really need to.
They need to.
I don't know if they will. We've had rumors of a Switch Pro since before it even came out.
Right.
And we still have not seen one.
We got the Switch Lite.
We got the Switch Lite, which is great. But
yeah, it was for certain. I personally
it's
would not
great,
have enjoyed
right?
it,
It's great for a certain person that
Right.
doesn't care about docked. I've held one; it feels really nice in the hands
Okay.
because it's smaller. Really, really great portable experience, and the battery was better with it too because it was using the updated chip.
Vaughn wants
but-
a screen on his Wiimote.
You want a screen on your Wiimote?
I'm sorry. It's called the Wii U. Although that's not even a Wii U.
That's great. It's called the Wii U.
Just saying.
You're right. Nobody wanted it.
I'm just saying.
I loved my Wii U
Dude, the Wii U.
just because I had the Zelda edition.
The Wii U honestly was not a bad system. It was just
It was misunderstood.
it was very
It was
misunderstood.
misunderstood.
When you go up at E3 and you talk about the Wii U controller, and you don't even announce the they didn't
With
say,
the new controller.
they never said
They never showed the console.
They never actually said the console. They never said the word console.
They never even showed the
So
console.
everybody thought the Wii U was a controller for the Wii. This is why it didn't sell.
So bad.
12 million units it sold, and they said, okay, this was bad. I hope they never do that again. I think they learned.
Oh, man.
But anyways, guys,
So bad.
if you remember Doom, actually Doom came up on our stream just a couple of weeks ago.
Did it?
We were talking about it for how much of a cut that stores got from games that they sold. They didn't get a big cut. No, the developers didn't get a big cut. Sorry, the developers didn't get a big cut. We talked about Doom, but Doom is not just running on PC anymore, guys.
That's right, friends.
Doom is running on something you would never expect, but if you want to go to your kitchen and you want a Coke, you can also play Doom.
That's right. As long as you have xCloud.
As long as you have xCloud.
It uses xCloud.
It uses xCloud.
That's how this works. It's the fridge. The fridge is not running Doom. Let's be clear.
No.
Let's be clear. The fridge is not running Doom, but the fridge is running xCloud
Yes.
and allowing you to stream Doom
Stream?
to your fridge.
Oh, okay. Stream. Okay, that makes sense.
Not stream.
I was like,
not
wait, I was like,
stream
wait a
to
second.
Twitch.
I did not read this
no.
article that far, but okay. Not your microwave, your refrigerator. So I don't. Who who wanted this?
So you can sideload the Android version of the Xbox Game Pass app onto the fridge, and then from that you can stream your game.
Who wanted this?
This guy.
Listen. There's not much to say about this topic, but who wanted this? I would never, in my life, sit down with my bowl of cereal and be like, I want to play some Doom right now at my kitchen table. It's just I never.
Now, all right. Now here's
I don't
here's
even
a
want a
scenario.
screen on my
here's
fridge.
here's a scenario. Okay, here's a scenario. Wait, this doesn't work because it's xCloud.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're not streaming it from your console. I feel like you could do that too if you wanted to. I don't know if this is the way it works though. I know this could work if you were doing this with Steam streaming, and if you can sideload apps to it, then you could probably sideload the Steam Link app and stream it that way. So here's the scenario. Okay, so you're playing a game, maybe in your living room or maybe in your computer room, playing a game with a controller, and you go, oh, I want a drink.
Okay, so we're Matty Ice right now. Going AFK.
Yes.
Okay.
But
he would never have to be AFK anymore.
Yes.
This is what Matty Ice needs, guys. So Matty Ice, if you guys didn't know, when we play Rainbow Six Siege and other things like that, he goes AFK right when he goes into the party because he needs to get a sandwich. He actually has a shirt that says AFK on
So
it.
in this scenario, Matty takes his controller with him to the kitchen, and he can continue playing his game because it's also being streamed to the fridge. So he can just keep it streaming to the fridge. And then, other people in the family that can see how he's doing right there on the fridge, very convenient.
It's amazing.
And he can keep playing his game on the fridge in the kitchen. And then he goes back to his room. He just keeps playing. Seamless experience. Seamless.
Matty Ice just needs to save up for a very, very
smart
expensive
fridge.
refrigerator.
That's right.
Matty Ice, this is your new goal. Don't
This
worry
is
about
it.
your PC. You need a fridge.
That's right. You're making waffles, waiting for him to cook. Let's play some Doom. Right there, easy.
Amazing.
Easy.
Matty Ice is great. I love the kid. He is absolutely amazing. Anyways, guys, we got one more topic before we get into our life topic, which we'll go through quickly because we do want to make sure that we get into our life topic today. Baby Yoda is coming to Star Wars Squadrons.
That's right. Playable character.
Playable?
No.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, no way. You can fly as Baby Yoda?
No.
Okay, you can't fly.
He's a bobblehead.
He's a bobblehead on the screen. Okay, this is very anticlimactic. That's all I got to say about that. There's some Mandalorian things that are coming out in Squadrons. And so if you guys are fans of The Mandalorian, you guys have Squadrons, planning on buying Squadrons, there's actually some content coming with one of the droids from the first episode of The Mandalorian, I think it was. You got Baby Yoda and other things that you can have on your ship, apparently.
Yes, it's
And
great.
you can look at them, and that's cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's about all for that. There's
I didn't expect this to be long. We just did it for Baby Yoda.
yeah, Baby Yoda's great. Baby Yoda
That's
is
right.
amazing.
I walked by a Build-A-Bear the other day, and they had the Baby Yoda Build-A-Bear.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy that. I would make one. Baby Yoda.
That's right. They had it. I saw it
Did you buy it?
No.
Why?
because it was probably expensive.
Probably. I would say about 40. 40, 50. I don't know how much is Build-A-Bear, guys? Do you guys know how much Build-A-Bear is?
I've never actually gotten anything.
Nintendo should just sell phones that can play their games. That's like the Switch. And they're also making games for the phones. I'll be completely honest.
They seem kind of done with that.
They were really on it for about a year, and then Mario Run came out, and that didn't do great. I mean, it was okay for a moment. Animal Crossing was really bad. The Fire Emblem game actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I actually played that the other day. It scratched
I heard
my
good
itch.
things about it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was okay.
I think it was kind of hit or miss, but they seem like they haven't really done any new mobile games recently.
Mario Kart was last year, and they're doing really well with that,
Is
honestly.
it?
Yeah, they're doing really well. If you guys didn't know, Mario Kart is on your phone now, and they did add multiplayer to it, so you can play with other people as well. So that's an interesting fact about that. But yeah, since then, I haven't seen much from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I was waiting for The Legend of Zelda. Something. Anything.
Could be interesting.
But they never. I don't want something where I have to use the joystick on the screen to walk around. That's what I don't want.
Yeah, of course.
That would be awful. But anyways, guys, if you guys don't know what we are doing here, we are doing something called Waymaker Week. And Waymaker Week is a time for us to help our church to move into a healthier place. So you guys, if you guys have been a part of GodSquadChurch for a little while and been watching some of our past broadcasts for our sermons, Pastor Susie has been talking about capacity issues that we have. The reason why we have capacity issues is we have such a big platform of people that we can talk to. We have 3,500 gamers in our Discord, but we have 4 pastors. And so that comes out to be about 872 people per pastor, which is absolutely huge. That's too many. For a pastor to effectively work at 100%, they can do about 150 people, lead 150 people. So with 872 people per pastor, you can expect that this is a problem. And so we started seeing this problem a little while ago, and we found out the issue was we have approximately 32 people come into our Discord in 6 days, and 30 people leave. Now, these are not people that come into the Discord. They're like, oh, this is not my place, and I leave. These are people that have been here for 2 years, or maybe 3 years, and they say, well, I'm not getting the care that I need. I'm not getting the help that I need. So you know what? I'm going to leave. And we've seen this multiple times now. And so we decided that we need to have a health check of our church. And we found out that the capacity was really the issue. So we're doing this so we can continue hiring new pastors, getting new people on staff, getting new volunteers and things like that. And so if you guys want to, you can definitely go to waymakerweek.com. You can go there, click on the donate button. I would change the screen and everything. I don't know how to do it up here to show you guys.
We can look at it later.
But we can look at it later. But there's incentives that you guys can meet to be able to get us to do crazy things. There's the $10, $25. Like I said, go to waymakerweek.com and definitely check that out. And so we're gonna be talking about sacrifice right now, because really, if we love the Lord, we should be sacrificing for the Lord as well. We're not doing this for the incentives. We're not doing it for the cupcakes. Yeah, it's fun to do. It's fun to do the crazy things and to taste the nasty cupcakes and other crazy things that we do, and the big incentives and the big goals. Those are fun, but that's not the reason why we do it. We do it for you guys. You know, right now we could check how many people are on the stream. We have 90 viewers right now, but you're not just another number. You're not just a red number under the screen. You guys are real people, and we want to be able to care for each and every one of you. I know that I've felt the capacity issue multiple times as the community care pastor, trying to reach out to 1 million people every single day. It's just not possible. And so we hope that you guys will get on board with us. We've been sacrificing. The staff have been sacrificing. Pastor Susie has been sacrificing. So we would hope that you guys as well will find it in your hearts to sacrifice as well. Sit down with God today. Maybe you need to have a moment with God. Get on your hands and knees and really pray to God. God, if this is the church that I receive from, how much would you want me to sacrifice? Yeah, there's monetary sacrifices that we're asking for, but we're going to be talking a little bit about other sacrifices as well in life. And so, Seraph, I don't know if you want to start this off. I mean, you got your first note up there. So we're going to be talking a little bit about sacrifice today. And as always, guys, this is the YokeTalk, because we do not only gaming together, but life together as well. Right. And so we're sacrificing together for the Lord.
Yeah. So I think the first thing I wanted to cover, just talking about sacrifice, is it's not even just money. Obviously, you can do sacrificial giving with your finances, but you can extend that to like acts of service and sacrificing your time and your efforts to whatever it may be, whether it's serving at a church or maybe serving at some like local like food bank or something like that. Like there's a lot more that you can do with sacrifice than just sacrificing your money. So I definitely wanted to touch on that. And then as well, the thing that makes sacrifice, I think, is just the fact that you're giving first of your first fruits and not just your leftovers. So if you get through your monthly budget, and then you decide, okay, well, what do I have left over to give to a church or to a nonprofit or whatever it may be? What do I have to do some good? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's good that you want to give something, but it's not sacrificial giving. It's not sacrificial giving when you're giving of just what's left over at the end once you've done everything that you want to do.
Right.
Sacrificial giving is sitting down at the beginning and saying, okay, how much am I going to give? And then what else do I need to cut because I want to give that? And like I said, you can do that with your money. You can do that with your time. You can say, all right, I want to start volunteering at my church or whatever. That might mean I need to give up the sport I'm playing or this activity that I do.
Yeah.
You know, that's where the sacrifice comes in, where you have to give up something that you're doing. If you're not giving up something, whether it be time and activity that you enjoy, or whether it be money, something that you're used to buying, if you're not giving something up, it's not sacrificing.
Right.
It's not sacrificing.
I agree. Yeah, for sure. And I like what he said. You know, you might have to give up a sport. You might have to give up something else to be able to do that. And that's hard. Mm-hmm. Sacrifice is not meant to be easy. But I'm going to touch on this later. But one thing I wanted to mention here is if you're not... Okay, let me put it this way. If you're not hurting... I was going to say you're probably not sacrificing, but I'm going to put it a little bit different. If you're not hurting, you're not sacrificing. Mm-hmm. Okay? So like he was saying, you got your budget laid out. You're like, okay, I got my groceries to pay for. I got my bills. I got my car bill, car insurance. I have this. And then you put God at the bottom and you're giving of your leftovers. If we look in our Bibles, if you guys open up to Genesis, let's say, you got Abel and Cain, right? Abel gave of his first fruits to God. The Bible states this. Then you have Cain. And Cain gave, but he didn't give of his first fruits, and God knew this. And so Cain got a little bit angry because he was like, I'm not accepting your sacrifice. And Cain was like, well, why not? Well, because it wasn't really a sacrifice. It was something that he just had left over. And so Cain got angry, killed his brother. We know that story, right? Okay, was that a reason to kill his brother? No. There's no reason to do something like that. But regardless of all of that, if you're not hurting, you're not sacrificing. And so hurting in this way, I'm not telling you to give all of your money away. That's not what I'm saying. I understand there's bills to pay. I have bills to pay. I have a car bill to pay, right? But what I am saying is there are times when I get on my hands and knees, and I would ask each and every one of you to do this, spend some time with God. If you really don't know what you're supposed to sacrifice, spend some time. He will not give you a number that's going to destroy you. He's going to give you a number that will scare you. Mm-hmm. He's going to give you a number that you're going to say, I don't know if we can do this. You might have to sit down with your wife and say, I don't know if we can do this, but God told me this number. And then pray about it together. It will scare you. That's what sacrifice is about, though. God is going to provide. He continues to provide for me, even though I have sacrificed a lot of my time, my efforts, my money.
This dude knows how to sacrifice, let me tell you.
It's not, and listen, it's not easy. I wish I could tell you and sit here and say that it's easy and that you can do it and you can just get right through it. But here's the thing. I am more fulfilled now in my walk with God than I have ever been before, even though it hurts that bad. God continues to come through. I don't know how he does it, but he continues to come through every single time I sacrifice just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And there's extra things that I got to go through with that, but it's fulfilling. Yeah. It's fulfilling for sure.
I want to expand on that a little bit. Obviously, I love what you said about if you're not hurting, then it's not sacrificing. But I think even to go with that is I don't think it necessarily has to hurt, but you have to think about it. Like if you're not thinking about it, you're not sacrificing. Yeah. Like because going back to the leftovers analogy, you're just giving it leftover or whatever you got left at the end of the month. Like you're not thinking about that for the rest of the month because you already did everything that you wanted to do.
Right.
If you're giving of your first fruits and sacrificing, then when you want to buy something, you're reminded, I can't buy this because I'm giving.
Right.
Because I am sacrificing. So if you don't have to think about it, then you're not sacrificing. Because I wouldn't say that it always hurts. if you have like a really, really good heart about it and you just love giving.
Right.
But you're always going to think about it.
Yeah.
You're always going to think about it and be reminded that you are making those sacrifices, but you love doing that. And that's why you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the other thing I want to touch on here is what you're sacrificing for is really what you care about most. So let me ask you guys a question. This is a personal question, rhetorical. Obviously, you guys don't have to answer this in the chat or anything like that. What do you spend most of your money on? Now, obviously, right? I spend a lot of money on the place that I live. I spend a lot of money on the car bills. But what are you really putting your money towards? Now,
extra money once the bills are paid.
Once the bills are paid, right? You have video games. I'm a gamer. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. I bought the 3D Mario All-Stars. That's it.
That one hurt. $60.
It was a little much for what we got out of it. But, I buy those things. But then I got to take a look at my life and say, okay, how much money did I give to God this much? And the reason why I ask myself that question I meant month.
We know what you meant.
I know you guys know what I meant. But anyways, the reason why I ask myself that question though is because really, what do I love more? If I'm sacrificing more on video games, sacrificing more on my academic life, and academics is important. I'm not saying that it's not. Am I sacrificing more? And this goes for time as well.
Yeah.
If you have a day with 18 hours of it and you don't spend any time with God, there's an issue. There's an issue there, right? And so when we sacrifice from our money, however, we need to really look at our lives and say, okay, what am I sacrificing to God? I don't have much to give to God this month. Maybe you're saying to yourself, and the reason why is because I bought a coffee every day from Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, wherever you may go. You'll have less money if you go to Starbucks. Feels bad. But anyways.
Yo, I feel that. Yo, chai tea latte with pumpkin sauce. Swear it's that, guys.
Wow, this guy's branching out over here.
Swear it's so good.
This guy's so branching
good.
out.
I had like 3 of them. I was on vacation.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then you think about like your video games that you guys are buying, right? I'm buying Hyrule Warriors next month. I'm excited about it, right?
I want to get that too.
I'm actually excited about this game, and I'm gonna get a ladle.
Can you get a physical copy?
It is a physical copy.
Okay.
I pre-ordered it. I'm getting a ladle.
All right, I'll just play yours when you're done with it.
Feels bad, dude. But anyways, I'm getting Hyrule Warriors next month. But the thing is I need to look at my budget and be like, okay, I need to give to God first and make sure that I'm giving God more than what I am on my other hobbies and things of that nature. Because if I'm not, there's definitely a problem there. So like I said, you need to pay for bills. I get that. I have hospital bills up the wazoo. I have multiple sclerosis. It's a real problem and it gets expensive sometimes. My wife has health issues as well. We pay for all of these things, but I really need to sacrifice for God. And the reason why I want to do that is because I love God so much that I want to serve him. That's what it's about. So I want to ask you guys a question. How much do you love God? How much do you love God? If you truly love God, you are going to sacrifice not only your time, you're not only going to sacrifice your abilities, you're going to sacrifice your money, you're going to sacrifice your effort, you're going to sacrifice your energy, you're going to sacrifice from every part of your life if you truly love God. All of these things are super important. Your time is important. It's good to pray with God every day. It's good to spend time in the Word of God every single day. It's good to use your abilities and to serve inside of the church. It's good to be in a part of an experience group. In GodSquadChurch, if that's the church that you call your home, get to be a part of one of the small groups. They are amazing. I'm a leader.
Lead a small group.
Or lead a small group if you feel like you're able and qualified and equipped to be able to do so. If that's what your calling is and God has called you to do it, lead one. Maybe there's somebody out there right now that feels called to lead in some sort of ministry inside of GodSquadChurch or to be a part of the ministry in some way, shape, or form, but you haven't been doing it because you're too scared. Take that step of faith. Sacrifice. It's scary to sacrifice, but I promise you, you will be more fulfilled than you have ever been when you start sacrificing for the Lord. And that's in every aspect of your life. That's monetary, that's your energy, your time, every part of your life. I truly believe that.
For sure. And one thing I want to clarify again, I don't think you ever actually said it, but this is what you were getting at, was what you are sacrificing for is what you care about the most. Yeah. So everything he was just talking about, if you truly care about God the most, then that is where you're going to see the most sacrifice in your life for that purpose. So if you're spending a lot of your time and money playing video games, then that may show that that's what you care about most, and what you're sacrificing for is going to show what you care about the most.
Right. And Snow Katrina, I don't want you to misconstrue what I said. I was talking about, your money doesn't necessarily show your heart. But the thing is the lady that put in the two coins, the 2 denarii, I think it was, or something like that. It was everything she had. Mm-hmm. Like, that was the reason why it was a sacrifice for her. It wasn't, because the next person can come by and put in 2,000 coins, but the person still has leftover, right? I'm not saying like I said, you can't give everything that you have. Some people might feel called to. I actually remember a story about a guy that was tithing every week, 90%. 90%. That's a lot. And God was providing for him, but that's because God called him to do it. He sat down with God, got on his hands and knees, and I'm sure that was scary. I don't tithe 90%. That would be a lot. But he's doing so. I'm not talking about how much money you give shows your heart, but it's like Seraph was just saying, it's what you're sacrificing for is what you care about most.
Yeah, and remember, it's not just money. It's time. It's effort. It's everything. Yeah. Sacrifice is more than just money.
Right. The reason why I'm spending a lot of time on money today and talking about monetary is because we are doing Waymaker Week, and we're trying to get our church to a healthier capacity. But that also goes with people that have been called to volunteer their time.
We need you guys.
We need people. There's a capacity issue. So we need people to volunteer their time to be able to help with the prayer team, with the devotional team, with experience groups. We need people to help us out to be able to get to that point. And yeah, Waymaker Week is to help us get to a healthier spot in that, to be able to pay another pastor, because we lost a pastor this year and it hurt a lot. Now, Winkari, I love the guy. He's an amazing person, Pastor Win. He is absolutely amazing, and he brought a lot of new stuff to our church. But when you lose somebody, no matter where you're
at, he's still alive, by the way.
He's still, yeah. No, he's not like dead or anything. He moved away, but
he's doing great.
But God wanted him to go to somewhere else, and that's okay. But it's for any job that where you lose somebody, whether you're working in a grocery store, for a church, wherever you might be. It hurts to lose somebody inside of a job, because what happens with all that person's work, it lands on the other people who already didn't have a lot of time in the first place. A lot of the times we're already kind of maxed out. And so we are doing this week specifically to get our church to a healthier place, to be able to do better in what we're doing, because we want to take care of the people.
Yeah.
We see people slip through cracks every day. I talked about this last night on our Real Talk. It breaks my heart when somebody comes to me and says, well, I didn't get the care that I needed, so I decided to leave the Discord. I've decided to leave the church. I've decided to back out because, unfortunately, you didn't have enough time for me. And I'll be completely honest, yeah, I didn't. I didn't. And that hurts my heart, because if I could work 24 hours a day, I would. If I had the energy to, I didn't have a marriage that I wanted to be healthy, if I didn't have all those things, I would work 24 hours a day. But I can't. And so we need more people to help us to help our capacity issue.
Yeah, it's really, really tough when we want to do so much. We want to help all these people, but we just can't. We actually just can't. It's not possible with the resources that we have right now, with the amount of staff and volunteers that we have. We have so many people that we have an opportunity to serve, but we do not have the capacity to serve them. And that's what we're trying to improve this week with Waymaker Week.
Right. I didn't even know Winkari was in the chat, but hi, Winkari. Hey. Just threw out the name out there. Had no idea you were in the chat, but yeah, we love you, man. And we hope things are going well. But anyways, guys, so that's we're gonna start wrapping it up. Did you guys? We did not plan. We did not plan this. I decided to wear a red hoodie today, and he decided to wear the same exact color red shirt, both from H&M, by the way. Both H&M.
Shout out.
Sponsor us, you know.
Sponsored.
Not Susie Live, GodSquadChurch. We're on Susie Live, but GodSquadChurch.
But no, we did not plan this.
But anyways, guys, we're just Yoke fellows. But anyways, guys, so you guys can catch the Yoke Talk every single week, not here, but on twitch.tv/GodSquadChurch. We normally don't interact with the chat because it's a podcast and it's streamed to other platforms as well. And so we do the Yoke Talk every week, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/GodSquadChurch. So you guys can check us out. Next week, we have gaming news and sometimes a live topic, not always.
Basically, everything we did today today. Like, if you guys enjoyed this, we do this every single week, like he was saying, on GodSquadChurch.
Yep.
We talk about gaming news, gaming topics, and then we've been trying to more and more throw in life topics. So today that topic was sacrifice to go in line with Waymaker week.
Yeah.
Last week, what did we talk about last week? We talked about leaders versus followers.
Yeah, leaders versus followers. Not that one is better than the other, but they're both. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. You're amazing.
Even more penguins.
From Susie Life. I am not Susie Life. But anyways, thank you for the follow. And so I think that's going to probably do it for us. But just one more plug, waymakerweek.com, guys. If you would like to donate, we've been talking about capacity and the issues. We already went through that spiel, so I won't go through it a third time during this hour. But if you guys want to go there and look at the incentives, the awesome incentives that we have there, we're doing it for the people, though. That's really the reason why we're doing this. We want to care for the people. If you want to go there, look at some of the pictures of the people of how GodSquadChurch has really helped a lot of lives and been they have great testimonies. So
yeah, that's going to do it for us here at the YokeTalk podcast. It has been a pleasure, guys. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week and stay tuned into Waymaker Week here at twitch.tv/Susie Live. And that'll be it. We'll be back next week on GodSquadChurch channel as we usually are. And we'll be back with more of the same. So thank you guys so much.
we love you guys.